Good evening. Hi, everyone. Give us a second to get going here. Happy New Year. I hope that you all had a good holiday season and that 2024 is treating you well. And we're only a few days in, and hope everything's good and you're healthy and happy and you had a good holiday. So, welcome. My name is Trisha Chuba, and this is Crafty Hour. I am super excited to be back and just needed a little break after the vertigo and everything it just lasted a while. But anyways, we're not going to dwell on that. So, welcome. Happy to see everybody. And in case you didn't know, today is the first day of the spring catalog, and it's pretty exciting. So, and not only that, it is also Sale-A-Bration time, which is one of my favorite times of the year because for every $50 you spend for tax and stuff, you can pick something free. And they have two levels. They have $50 level and $100 level, and there's some really good stuff this year. So anyways, welcome. Happy to have you here. And I'm going to, hi, Sugar. You going to come say hi? Here. Come here. Come here. Everybody, you know that Sugar was really sick and we're still fighting some battles with her, but she is doing really well. Here's our little tiny girl now. This is Sugar Cookie. For those of you who don't know, our cats are cookie names. So anyways, there's our baby. And I think she put him back on a little bit of weight. We'll have to see because she did drop to like only 6 pounds something. So we're trying to get her back healthy. And she's just down here crying because I am sitting next to the food bowl, which she has food, but she just wanted extra loving. So anyways, there she is. You're a good girl. Huh, Shooks? She trills, and also she makes she sounds like Chewbacca when she's playing. She'll run around and throw up a mouse in the air and chase it, and she makes these little Wookiee sounds, I call them. So anyways, let's go to, there we go. See if I have to turn this down just a little bit so it's not so bright. There we go. And let's go. I don't know why that is so blurry. Let's give it a second there. There we go. Hi, Connie. So, again, this is the new catalog. You can, if you didn't get yours in the mail, let me know. And if you aren't already working with another demonstrator and you'd like one, also let me know. Be happy to send one to you. So, lots of good stuff. Tonight we are going to be working with a couple Sale-A-Bration items, the free items. We're going to be working with this Flight and Airy 12x12 DSP here, as well as this Heartfelt Hellos, this stamp set here. So, and then out of this catalog, we are going to be working with the Heartfelt Hexagon Punch, as well as the Layered Florals 3D embossing folder, and these champagne iridescent dots. So that off to the side there. Let me just show you the paper that we're going to be working with. This is what inspired the card that we're going to be making tonight. Let me pull this out here. And you've got a print on one side and then pattern on the other side. And there's those. But anyways, you got these cute birdies and some pretty watercolor washes here. Lots of opportunities for these. And I'll show you that. I'm going to get to that page. That one. Some fresh freesia. But this one here. So I like to bird watch and birds and all that good stuff. So what I did is that, and I've already pre-done it. I got so many. When I was watching TV, I just sat there and cut out these birds, which I like to do. It relaxes me. And I got so many birds out of that one page, and they're just super sweet, different colors, different positions. There's a ton more here. There's also these. So lots and lots and lots of birds. And I figured if I sat there and did it once, I would have lots of birds to play with over the next little bit while celebration is going on. And there we go. So there's that. And oh, and that's not even all the ones out of one sheet. Believe it or not, all these, plus the card I made, they all came out of one sheet. So pretty fun. We're going to be working with these champagne iridescent dots. And there you go. You can see. Really pretty there. And this is the Heartfelt Hello stamp set. That's from Sale-A-Bration, and we're going to be working with this. It coordinates with this heartfelt hexagon punch here, which is a lot of fun. Always love a good punch. I am going to be using one thing from the annual catalog, and that is the basic borders dies here. And then here is that 3D embossing folder. Hi, Brenda. Thank you. Aren't they sweet? I just love them. So let me show you what we're going to make tonight. Here's this. So you can see here we've got the embossed up here. Then we've got the champagne. And then here's the little birdies and the back side of that one sheet of paper. That the dies, we're going to use that on the envelope here. So I fancied up that flap and did a little cut. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. Oh, and I think I took, oh, I had this stuck for a picture. Hang on here. Sometimes to get them to lay really flat, put a little gummy dot in there. And then I added a bird on the inside here. So, and with this design, you're actually going to be able to get 2 for 1, and I'll show you how. And let's get started. So I am using coordinating colors that go with the Flight and Airy designer series paper that I showed you here. This was that big bird sheet. And the coordinating colors in this are, boho blue, bubble bath, calypso coral, crumb cake, daffodil delight, flirty flamingo, fresh freesia, garden green, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, Pecan Pie, and Soft Sea Foam. So lots of coordinating colors there. But tonight I picked these birds and coordinated them with the Misty Moonlight, the Calypso Coral, and so on. So, hey, Cheryl, Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you. Hope you had a good holiday. So, all right, let's get started. I'm going to set this off to the side here. I know you can't see that. Move that around. There we go. Okay. So, I think we will do, I'm just going to pick a couple birds here. We can go back the same way. Oh, yep. He's going to be facing, they're not going to be talking to each other. They're going to be going the opposite direction. And then we will put that one on the inside. So, all right. Gather up all my little birds, my little feathered friends here. But like I said, easy peasy to cut those out while you're watching TV or doing something else. And let's start with our card base and cutting. Okay, so we have a basic card. We're going to do a tent fold. So we're going to cut this at 4 1/4, just in half, the 8.5 by 11 sheet in half. Then we are going to score it at 5 1/2. Just your, like I said, your standard size there. And I told you that this is actually, this design is going to be a twofer, so I'm going to go ahead and do both of them. All right, so there we go. Now this one here is going to be, let me see here if I can remember this. Yep, it's 3 3/4 by 5. Yep. All right, so we need this to be at 5. Let's turn this around here. And I need just one piece, so 3 3/4. So there's that. And I'm going to also need, let's make some room here. I got birds everywhere. Bear with me a second here. Also going to need a piece of Whisper White. I mean, oof, that's going old school, basic white. Shows you how long I've been a demonstrator. So. All right. Yep. I guess I didn't cut that. So we will take it off of here. So this is the back side of this particular print. Hi, honey. And we need the same size. So we need it, I'm going to cut this way first. 3 3/4. Sorry if that's a little out of frame there. Oh, you know what? I don't want the pattern. Trying to see if I want the pattern going one. We're going to go this way. Okay. My other cat is being a little rowdy. That's 𝗧𝗢𝗘𝗖 cookie. And so 3 3/4 by 5. Sorry, distracted there. So you've got these two that are exactly the same. Now let's go ahead and cut our basic white piece, which is going to be the matte. Okay, and the inside. So, and I did that just 1/8 bigger. So 7/8, 3 7/8. I want to go ahead and do another one because we're doing 2 cards, 3 7/8. All right. And then we need, it was by 5, so it's going to be 5 1/8. So that's for one set. Here's another 5 1/8. This is for the additional set. Now, one thing you want to do is hang on to this piece here because we go ahead and use that for this little trim piece here. So, and you can actually just leave it this size because we're going to hide it behind there anyways. So just make use of that whole sheet there. Oh, we actually need this. Okay. So what you're going to do is go ahead and line this up. When you're cutting this, you want to make sure that you have enough room for your punch. Okay. And so you can see this here. And what I'm doing is just angling this, making sure that I have enough room at the top and it's not too far angled so that I can go ahead and use that punch. And I'm cutting both pieces at the same time. So now I have these two and I have these two. Okay. It doesn't matter whether you do this the bottom, that the top, it doesn't matter. It's whatever works for you. Okay. So what's going to happen is that these are going to get switched here like so. And you just need to decide, like I said, which side. All right. Now, when you're doing this with the punch, I recommend punching it before you emboss it. It's just easier. Okay. And all I've done is make sure I have enough room for the punch. And I am looking at this side over here to make sure that the sheet of cardstock is straight. I am getting it in this there, and I am offsetting it. So, and save that because you can use it for something else. So there's the one piece. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same with this one here. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to put this. It's just wherever it's going to fit. And I'm going to save that one for later as well. So we have those two pieces there. Okay. Now on this card, the top is going to get embossed, and on this one, it's the bottom. So let's go ahead and pull out the cut and emboss machine here. And because this is a 3D embossing folder, we will be using number 1 down here. Okay. We've got the embossing folder. And you can do these at the same time. You can just do them one at a time. I'm going to do them one at a time only because I like to line them up. I want them, and I do often use this line here on the embossing folder to do the lining up. So it just makes it easier. I mean, you could put it all the way to the side if you wanted. This helps. Or you can use them both. All right, so first one's going in here. And I'm also able to put that on in the embossing folder to get the print that I want. Okay. Look at that. It's gorgeous. So there's part of the first one. Now on the second one here, because there's just a little bit of space that's getting embossed, I want the tinier flowers to show up rather than this large one. So I'm going to strategically place this on this one here so that the larger flowers, the smaller flowers get the playtime on that. There we go. They're the most visible, I should say. All right, there we go. Move that back off to the side there. And there we go. We are going to use that again for the envelope, but for right now, we're just going to set it aside. Okay, we've got our 2 card bases. There's that. Let's go ahead and bring these in here, and I'll show you what I found as the easiest way to do this. I like to start with the gluing the bottom pieces on. For me, it just works better because I can get them straighter. Get a drink of water here. There we go. I do like to use the multi-purpose adhesive glue here, as you will know, because it gives me a chance to move this around a little bit just to get it on right where I want it. And because this was an 1/8, I know that the borders should be a 1/16 on all the sides. Now that it's pretty straight there. There we go. Go ahead and give that a good push. So we got that one. Let's go ahead and do this one. All right. There we go. And that's the start. I told you to save this piece because we're going to use it. We do have to trim it a little bit because the border, it's not that big and it's going underneath this. So we do need to trim that down a little bit. And I think I made these like just a smidge more than 1/4. You could make it as thick or thin as you like, but if you want it tight like this, you're gonna have to make sure that it's on the thin side because of that punched out area there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start with this one here and just apply just one single very thin line of glue here. Just right along that edge. Just spread that edge out a little bit there. And you're going to turn it over here. And this one's going to be a little bit thicker because that punch line is down there pretty, it's down there pretty far, so, and that's okay. So just make sure, eyeball it, make sure it's looks pretty even there. You see what I'm doing there? Like that, okay? And see, I can almost see it on that part right there, so I'm gonna pull this up just a smidge more. That's why we're using the glue. Okay. There we go. All right, so just get it as good looking as you'd like. And go ahead and take your paper snips, your scissors, and just trim that off. Just straight up. Of course, I don't do it as straight as I did on the thing, but there we go. And flip that around and do it on the other side here. Okay, so this is going to go on that one. And we're going to go ahead and do that same thing on this side. And again, you got to make sure that it's under that window there, that punched out window, you know. And this time I purposely started on the back just because I knew it'd be a little bit. You have any glue over there, just you can always use a kneaded eraser and get that off there. All right, that one fit a little bit better. Okay. There we go. You could also put ribbon under there. And what I'm doing is this part is going to be popped up. So, all right. Got my trusty kneaded eraser here. I'm just going to take off that little bit of glue smudge I got on this one side. If you don't have one of these in your little craft kit, I highly recommend them because it gets off the sticky stuff. Oops, I got another spot there. There we go. All right. So there's our second one. Hi, Michelle. Okay, so we're going like this and like this. All right. Now, don't get really froggy and attach that just yet because we are going to stamp first. And what I did to get this where I wanted is that, again, I'm looking for that 1/8 of an inch gap there, that little border. And that's approximately it there. Okay, and I have the Enjoy Your Day stamp. And voila, there's one. I do see that this is not straight while I did that, so I'm going to cut that off there. All right, there's one. Let's go ahead and do this second one. Like I said, great way to use your designer series paper and get 2 cards for the price of 1. All right, so there's that. And I really like this stamp set because Enjoy Your Day can be for a multitude of things. So pretty versatile. Go ahead and give that a little scrub. Okay, so let's go ahead and start working with these. Okay, so I do recommend this in all 4 corners. Just to give it enough stability. And I also did additional. I didn't just use 4 because I want to make sure this frame stands up. I also took one of the minis and stuck that there. Do it on the side over here. I think that'll be good. And do this one. All right. So how was everybody's day? How did you get rain where you were in Tucson? I think most of us did. Your hair. And got hail at work. Right. And because this is an embossed piece, I'm going to put a couple around that just to make sure it stands up. Maybe one there for good measure. All right. Now I can sit here and pull these off. So I appreciate everybody tuning in for my return of Crafty Hour today. Excited to be back. Feeling good. And yeah, ready to share lots of, I have so many ideas and stuff that I've done. I just can't wait to share them with you all. All right. I believe I got those all. And let me see if I can do this without having my head in the way. It's pretty close there. All right. So that's that one. And let's go ahead and do this one. All right. Got these here. You're probably like, a little to the left, a little to the right. I have to turn this one a little bit. There, that's good. All right, move all those doodads to the side there. All right, let's start cleaning out our little birdies here. I'm like, do I have enough of that color scheme? Yes. Okay. So we are going to put these on like so. Okay, that one. They're talking to one another. These ones will not be. I'll make these ones maybe. Yeah. There we go. Okay, we can do that. Okay, so with these here, what I'm going to do is put a dimensional on the bottom because we popped this up and we just need to put a little bit of glue on the top there. So since this one's going to be on the outside, we're going to do this one first. add just a little bit of glue here and take off that backing. Not quite where I wanted it. Good thing it wasn't totally committed yet there. Okay, there's that. Backing. And we're going to move that one slightly down. I don't want to put it all up on its head because only this part is going to get it. There we go. There's that one. And again, just on the bottom. This little buddy's going to go down first. There we go. And then this one can go there. Ooh. There we go. Okay, so I'm not going to put the glue away yet, but I am going to get out my take your pick tool because we need to go ahead and put the embellishments on here. You know what? Actually, I'm going to put it on the card front on first, and then we can do that part. There we go. Just give it a good burnish. Okay. These little dimensional backings get everywhere. All right. And now on this one, we've got a good sized border going. Looks good. And a push. This one. All right. Okay. Go ahead and carefully open these so I don't fling them all over the place. And I'm going to pour just a couple out here. Hopefully get some different sizes. And what I did on this one is that I put them in the center of the small flowers. So I'll do that again. And I'm just going to put just a smidge, little drop of the glue. And I think I used this size. Yep. You gotta let that dry a second. Then do a little bit bigger one here. Because it's a little bit bigger flower. And I thought these blended beautifully with this paper here. You can see, I mean, they just kind of really went really well. So I was like, oh. All right. Tiny one. And remember, the glue will dry clear. Now on this one, I put it inside the little design, and I believe we can do that again right here. So let's go ahead and do that with this one. And on this one, I did the biggest one. I just thought that was a great way to kind of cheat and line them up. Or an easy way. I shouldn't say cheat because it's not cheating. It's just easier than having to eyeball it. Putting that over there. There we go. So there is one. And I'm going to let that dry. And then let's go ahead and do the same on this one. But we will do the little flowers on the bottom. And it looks like I ran out of the itty bitties. There we go. Oops. Let's stick to my finger. And with this, you just want to make sure you have it flipped the right way so that you can be gluing the proper side down. Okay, keep going here since there's lots of little ones on this one. Oops. Oh, got a twofer there. I just smushed it off the glue with my finger. Like stay put. Got one more here. I don't know. Hi, Denise. Thank you. Thanks, Coney. Yeah. I do like the colors there. And these champagne, I'm like, woo, I like them. So let's go ahead and stick these instead of down here. We're going to put them up here this time. See if we can get that going. Just draw your eye. And there's several different sizes in here, just so you know. I think these are smaller than those. You can really do a lot with these. And again. All right. There we go so far. Sample, the two we're making tonight. Let me close my glue for a second. And while these are drying, let's go ahead and do our envelopes real quick. And then we will come back and finish these off, and it should just be a few more minutes here. So, all right. The envelopes here. And we're going to need 2. And what we're going to be doing is the flaps. All right. So, and I will just show you one here. And I have this measured out so that it does this. All you're going to do is, I think I measured like 2 1/4 will do. Just put a tiny bit of glue on there. Go ahead and put that up. And I like to bring it all the way to one edge here. Less cutting for you. Okay. Oops. Oops. I'm moving that all over the place. All right, there we go. All right, and all I'm going to do with this is on the one side, I'm going to trim it just a smidge. Here, like so. Just on the sides so that I've got the proper flap. All right. Now the reason I'm not trimming the top is because we are going to cut it off. I thought that this angled die here went well with the punch. I know it's a little off frame, but you'll see what I'm doing here in a second. And I meant to bring out some washi tape, but I forgot, so we are just going to wing this, hopefully. All right. Oops. And I'll just do one so you can see it. So basically I have a nice decorated envelope and I've made the flap a little fancy. So you can do that with any of these basic border dies. So you can get all different kinds of edging on your envelopes, which is just fun, fun, fun. Okay. Ooh. I should really close those before I fling them just everywhere, right? Okay, let's just finish these up real quick here. And we've got our two insides. And I think I have a, yep, here's another bird. I got a bird and a bird. So only one stamping today, one little stamp. But like I said, you get so many birds out of that one sheet. You could sit there, cut them all, and just have them for whenever you're ready to make a card or decorate an envelope or whatever. Something crafty. Okay. And like I said before, I really like this sentiment because it can be for so many occasions. All right, try to straighten it up. There we go. One. Do this one. We're done. And I highly recommend this type of a design. You can use a circle punch, you can use a die, you know, whatever works for you, whatever you have. It's just real easy to get 2 cards pretty quick. There we go. Put my glue lid back on there. Move those out of the way there. You can see the I didn't quite finish that second one and I hadn't realized it yet, but you get the drift of it now. So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed Crafty Hour tonight. Let me switch it back to the other one. Let's see here. There we are. So thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Say bye to my little snowman army here. I'm going the wrong way. It's always backwards because they're going away, getting packed up again for the season. Makes me sad because I do like them a lot. So they make me smile. Anyways, thanks for watching Crafty Hour this week. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Cheryl. And I hope you'll give this little pattern a try for yourself and share what you made. So I always have to remember to go the other way. So see you next week. Thanks a bunch. Bye.